It's Open House Thursday on Your View. Welcome to the show. I am Murayo Afolabi Brown. As always, I have the ladies with me. YK in the building. Good to have you.
Good morning.
What's going on? How you doing?
I'm fine.
This is your Eco Women's Ankara?
Eco Women.
The one that the governor has sent us.
Oh, no. I haven't made it.
This one is different.
Okay.
I haven't made it.
How you doing, YK?
They sent us material.
The box. The box.
Have you opened that box?
That's a question. That's a good question. How you doing, YK?
I'm fine, thank you. And you? I don't have... In fact, I had banter, but I...
Forgot it. You understand? 60.
Oh, God.
Comes with the age. You understand?
Meanwhile, I was watching a TV program when there's this governor that has run for... is declared that he wants to run for presidency, and he's saying... And they were asking him questions about what he was going to, but he couldn't give me any... He'll say, you know, it's not easy. And I'm like...
Are you Nigerian candidate?
Yeah, and you really want to... He was talking about the electricity. Okay? He was blaming...
we already know, we can see the handwriting on the wall. There's no need to go
But it's getting very crowded in there. Everybody's running for office. You know, it's really interesting.
I'm waiting for you to declare.
Raike, I said I would declare the moment you declare. Raike, the moment you declare, I'm right.
No, you see, what I have said is, if I declare and you raise that 100 million for me, you will not see me again.
You run away.
I will disappear.
With our 100 million.
You will be looking for me for fraud.
I did talk bad.
I'm very good. So, yesterday I visited Modest Muslima Lounge. So I know Nima has mentioned it, but I was talking to our producers upstairs, and I was like, I'm feeling serious back pain. So they said I should try the Modest Muslima Lounge. That it's an all-female, servicing only female. They do massage, body scrub. So I went there with the intention of getting a massage done, and I ended up doing body scrub. I was in sauna. So I really felt like I slept off.
You enjoyed it?
Yes, I really did, and I felt really happy about the time. I'm not honestly completely relieved, but I think that it will take a while for to heal. But there's something I'm going to do towards. I do it every time it's my birthday, and I announce it all the time. Full body checkup is important every time you are doing your birthday. And this year, I'm reading a book, and it's talking about doing a term life insurance. So nobody wants to die, but we must plan ahead what would happen to those that they are leaving behind. So not just investment insurance, but ask for term life insurance. Go and Google it.
Term life insurance.
All right.
Auntie Yenny, insurance, life insurance.
At this age?
Oh my God.
She's not 70. It's over 70 that they will not insure you.
Okay, from 60.
And tell me, it's good for you.
And tell
how are you doing?
You want me to die?
We live till 90.
Virgilio, how are you doing?
I'm doing great, too. I'm doing amazing.
I love what you're wearing.
Thank you. Thank you
The
so
mixed lace in this or just Ankara?
It's Ankara and nets. Yeah, I'm calling nets.
Shine baby. I've been calling her shine baby.
So that's the material, the Ankara and net, like that?
Yes,
oh, wow,
together. Yeah. You know now, we have to rep the ministry. Rep it well.
Shine.
But I hope
produce
to...
this for sale?
Yes, I do.
Oh,
but on pre-order.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I don't go and invest it
off the rack.
and just pack it. It's not off the rack. You pre-order and we'll get it ready in 2 weeks.
Yes.
Really nice.
But I'm going to be releasing Mama Ijiro on the 20th of May. It's a web series, comedy, all pidgin. We're just depicting the lives of the Niger Delta people, how they relate, you know. It's really hilarious. And I'm going to be launching it on the 20th of this month on YouTube.
Okay.
So just subscribe in anticipation. And wait.
We're already subscribed, but waiting.
I know you have.
So I really want you to go somewhere nice today. You look beautiful.
Take me out now.
I mean, what are you doing today? We need to really...
Are you minding that she's always looking for somewhere for somebody to go?
How you doing? What's going on?
I'm doing well, you know. Everything's going well. We thank God. I don't know what else to say. We thank God. We are pushing everything.
Designing your house.
Yeah, we're designing the house. You know, with the children's bed is there. She's on her the weekly thingy.
Okay.
Antenatal.
Oh, okay. I thought you had gone.
No. Just the weekly one stuff.
Okay.
So,
Who's doing antenatal?
Happy.
Have you not seen the blossoming of our PA?
The PA is blossoming.
you didn't know?
You don't notice?
I don't see her again.
No, she's here. She was here yesterday.
Yeah, I wasn't here yesterday.
Yeah,
now.
she's here. She's here every day. Anyway, people are blessed around me.
Yes.
They're blessed around. So,
No, in fact, if you don't want to have another child, don't move near Mariah.
Yes.
let's go on a quick break. It's Thursday. We got nothing but just for you. Let's go on a break. When we come back, we go through the front pages of the papers. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
The Punch was starting.
Okay, we're going to start with the Punch today. Multiple candidates threaten Southern presidency. Leaders warn 24 aspirants. Picture story 2023, power must shift to the South. APC says notes and please note our concern. Slain military couple, Buhari demands killer's arrest. IPOB denies complicity. Oguman kills friend over $150. Reports himself to police. Lagos pastor jailed for life for raping twins. Court faults parents. Nigeria needs men of integrity now, says Obasanjo. Bank deposits rise to 16.89 trillion naira in 3 months, says CBN. Strike, ASU wants minister's certificate withdrawn. Edo students protest. And Buhari receives Guterres, says terrorism threat to global peace. After spending over $8 billion on Niger, Nigeria imports 839 billion naira steel. Okay, which story are we starting with? BC, want to go first?
I wanted YK to go, so I take the rest.
Okay, I'll take the Oguman then.
Right. Go ahead.
The Oguman that kills his friend over $150.
For real?
Yeah, they had entered into a business arrangement, and then the accused, Shogbola, now says to the Olabiyu that, look, you took the money, you have chopped the money. So they started fighting, and people tried to separate the fight. Then they went their separate ways. Around 8 p.m., he now puts on his WhatsApp status, rest in peace, to his friend, addressing his friend. Then about 11 p.m., he now goes to his place, stabs him, and then
Started running.
Then he started running. People now saw him with blood. And so they started chasing him with Okadas and...
Obviously premeditated.
He has escaped. Somebody started shouting, look, oh, he has killed somebody, He by himself took himself to the police station and turned himself in. But the people were now demanding for his...
They wanted jungle justice.
Yes, they wanted to kill him.
The police may not be
All
able
right,
to handle
let me take the
issue.
major headline.
Okay.
The fact that there are multiple candidates, especially in the southern region of the country, who are vying for presidency is a cause of concern to many elders within the APC and the PDP. According to them, the southern elders are beginning to fear that the high number of aspirants in the south could divide the delegates and then give room for the northern candidate. Because if there's so many, I mean, I think APC now has about going up to 20 almost, because more people declared. Akpabio declared yesterday, PDP, Governor Fayemi also declared. Quite a number of people are already declaring. And he said that if you compare that to the number of northerners who are comparing, it's quite small. So the southern delegates will be divided, and therefore there's a higher possibility that the APC party will never go to a northern candidate. So both APC and PDP are having meetings today, Thursday, in Enugu, and tomorrow, and I think Lagos State, where the Southeasterns are having their meeting today with the elders to agree on a consensus for both parties, APC and PDP. Same is happening on the side of the Southwesterns. I think having a meeting also tomorrow in Lagos State, where they must decide and agree on who is going to be their flag bearers, because obviously it's not going to
will
be...
they refund the money if somebody says, I'm not doing it?
No,
that hasn't been
money
specified
will go
yet.
Into preparing for elections, which
I
is
was
very...
listening to the radio this morning, and someone calls in and he says he wants to remain anonymous, but the reason that people
are declaring.
They are doing this money there is those that put their money in, they are securing their own ministerial
Position.
positions.
At different angles.
Wow.
I heard that.
So the guy said, how do you know? He says, his brother is one of them. That's why he wants to remain anonymous.
Wow.
Anyways,
So I have a story quickly. Justice Abiola Saladoye of the Ikeja Domestic Violence and Sexual Offences Court on Wednesday sentenced a 54-year-old Pastor Michael Olise to life imprisonment for raping his friend's 12-year-old twin daughter. So what happened was that their father was traveling to the village for a burial and then kept these 12-year-old twins in his care, the pastor's care, to take care of them, and he raped them, both of them together. In fact, it was a neighbor that saw him while he was dragging one by the pants when she was trying to run away, and then they took the matter to the police. Now they've taken the matter to court, and he's been found guilty and sentenced to life imprisonment. I'm just happy about that judge.
It was a quick trial, I think, was it?
Yes, it was.
No, 2017.
Oh,
trial.
no. Okay, I thought it was a quick trial.
No, but what is the judge faulted the parents, and that one surprised me.
Yes.
Because
Why would you leave? Why would you leave two children with a pastor? Are they their guardians? Why would you leave? Don't they have grandmothers, aunties?
Not her,
you know,
because he was
so
going
do
to
you
the village
think
for a
that
burial.
the pastor, they will feel is an upright
Yes, they
citizen?
wouldn't feel that he would take advantage.
But I think that maybe the reason why they feel that there's got to be other family members.
You may not have. Some people leave their village and come to the city and settle. There are no family members
I
here.
know someone who was abused by her father's brother.
Oh.
So it doesn't
They never
matter.
really know.
Yeah, exactly. Please, let's take the story of the Ajaokuta steel plant. About 837 billion naira was spent importing steel into Nigeria last year, and they said that the steel, it was the plain basic sheet metal as well as iron and steel. This is after we've spent $8 billion on the Ajaokuta steel plant. And also there's a place, the smelter company in Akwa Ibom. There are many issues going on with this, the steel and iron industry. We as a country have spent so much money. Some of it has been sold. They are now planning to reconcession it again. Business owners are complaining about the fact that it costs a lot of money to buy imported sheets. Some companies in Nigeria claim they are producing. So the question is, who is then importing this volume of iron sheet? People have accused the Bureau of Public Enterprise of not releasing smelter company. Their defense, and I wanted to specify because their defense was that the company that got the right to buy the smelter company didn't pay the 15% they were meant to pay at the right time. Two, they did not present a business plan. So you want to buy a company, but you don't have a business plan on how you will revitalize that company. You end up just owning the assets and tying it down. Also, the Ajaokuta steel plant has been consuming funds for so many years, and the plan now is to concession it, which they've done before, and it was tied in litigation. If we can increase production from those two places, we will resolve the issue of importing steel into Nigeria.
Exactly. Moving on quickly now to the nation. Tinubu, many presidential aspirants good for democracy. Boko Haram kills 8, sets military base ablaze in Chibok village. Lekki port to generate $201 billion. NBA chides federal lawmakers over no ransom bill payment. 73.8 million bank accounts not linked to BVN. And MTN Mafab to roll out 5G spectrum August 24th. Let me start with the major headlines. So, Asiwaju Bola Ahmed Tinubu had gone to visit the president yesterday. And while he was coming out, he was fielding questions by journalists. And they were asking him concerning the fact that there are so many people running for president, even from his party. And he dismissed that, saying that it's good for democracy. He said the more the merrier. According to him, he says the more the merrier, and they are welcome to come because it becomes challenging and it helps those who are contending to focus and to be on their toes. And he said that the president himself also is a Democrat. So he's going to ensure that there's a free, fair playing field for everybody, and that it's fine that more people come on board. It's just going to ensure that more people should strategically think of how best to move the country forward. He said it's all about service, nothing else. Let's think wisely and committed to our country, and let's only focus on the prosperity and the lives of Nigerians. So he said it's good for our country.
Yeah, so, okay.
Okay, go on. No, go on.
So according to data from the Nigeria Interbank Settlement Systems, they have shown that only 73.8 million data of people have not been linked to the BVN. That's the bank verification number. And they said out of the 128.4 million bank accounts in the country, 54.52 million accounts are already linked, and the rest are not. And they were linked as at May 1st this year. Now, this is an improvement from the 47.54 million BVN linked as at April last year. The target was to have over 100 million BVNs linked to the bank accounts by the end of 2025, and so far we have not gotten there. And they also mentioned that one of the reasons they want these accounts to be linked is going to help fight fraud, help for better identification of Nigerians. And they are trying to make it very simple for people who are not able to, especially for people in the rural area. So they said they're having the premium bank verification, that's BVN, and the light BVN. So the premium is for those of us who are able to meet up to the 18 criteria mentioned, and then the light is for those in the rural areas. They'll just take their phone number, their names, just a few things to enable them to have access to their accounts.
Okay, so there was a headline there that you didn't read. The Ogun State Governor's former aide has been suspended. Suspended. It has pleaded guilty to $350,000 worth of fraud, and they listed the whole $2 million in claims, $600,000 in.
But that's the COVID guy. Remember the Dakwabiodo's former aide? Yes, he was arrested en route to America.
His name is Rufai.
Yes.
He was arrested in New York in May 2021. And he's pleaded guilty, and he faces up to 32 years.
Wow.
But the prosecutors have recommended no more than 71 months in prison, and he has said he will pay the money back.
Wow.
Okay, let's go on a quick break. When we come back, we continue with the review. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Hey, my people, free 20,000 naira bonus.
20,000 naira.
Link your NIN with your glow line and you will receive 20,000 naira bonus.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy Eastplash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey, as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC communications story.
How doing, guys? Is the makeup in progress? Makeup? Check. Are the scripts on the prompter? Script? Check. Are we set in the VCR? All tape in place? VCR? Check. Clock is ticking, time is racing, lights are. Plans all set. 120 minutes of hot entertainment. We are ready for the mission.
Come closer. A little bit more. Perfect. I have exciting news for you. You asked for it and you got it. Your favorite breakfast show, Your View, will be going to 2 hours. We're going to have in-depth analysis of the newspaper review and more conversations on the hot topics. The ladies of Your View and I will be stirring up our guests to get an in-depth into all the various topics, and you, our viewers, will have the opportunity to call in and share your views. After all, it's your view. Join us on Your View, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for a fantastic conversation. Don't miss it. Thanks for staying with us. We're still reviewing the papers. Moving on now to Daily Sun.
I want to quickly take a story in The Nation, please.
Okay.
8 feared dead, in Lagos State. So this happened in Agege. The fight was between a few gang, Shiaba, Beru, Otubu, Palace Boys, and the quarrel was based on 100,000 naira that was given to them by an artist. This artist grew up in Agege area. So he came to visit and gave out 100,000 naira. The person that got the money allegedly only declared 20,000 naira. And so it angered Sheba boys who have already had beef with each other. This 100,000 naira led to the death of 8 people.
Hey.
Yes.
How did they kill themselves?
They hacked, butchered, used all sorts to fight all through all through Sunday and Monday, and it resulted in 8 people dying.
Yeah.
The police in Lagos confirmed the case. They are investigating. I just feel like we've really,
you think we've evolved past it. That's why politicians are having a field day. Because they're not changing. They're the same yesterday, today, and forever. We are just
speaking English.
Yeah, I'm telling you, our people have not changed. They're the same.
Our native tongue,
maybe they will.
Because the Nigerians many of them don't get it. Those that get it don't vote. Those are them, It's just so sad. Then move on quickly to Daily Sun.
Even if the ones that will vote, the people that get it are in a minority.
Exactly. So the presidential primaries, pressure mounts on INEC to extend deadline. Lekki Port, Nigeria to regain maritime business lost to Togo and Ghana, says federal government. Accra women storm streets for Yahya Bello in mega rally. After 71 days at home, university students protest, barricade major roads in Benin. UN mobilizing $321 million to support Nigeria's terrorism fight, says Guterres. And 2023, Masop demands Igbo presidency, Kanu and Kanu's release. Okay, major headline, who has that story?
Yes, I have the major headline. So the Independent National Electoral Commission, that's INEC, is under pressure to extend the deadline for the conduct of primaries by the political parties by some weeks. According to Section 29, subsection 1 of their new Electoral Act, it says that parties must conduct primaries and submit their list of candidates at least 180 days before the general elections. And the key political parties, we know they have already fixed their dates. However, the APC primarily is the one trying to lobby for an extension of this date because more people are showing interest and picking up the nomination forms. They also tried to get the buy-in of the PDP and INEC is saying, for now, we are not going to move this date. And they have given them, I think, until the first week of June to have submitted the candidates that want to go in for the election. So there are a lot of speculations. They may get the buy-in, they may fall in, they may extend it or not.
So the Honorable Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, was in Lagos visiting the Lekki Deep Sea Port project just to see how that's going. And he was reminding journalists that this is a port that is going to generate about $201 billion revenue, and they expect that the project would create over 169,000 jobs And he also said that the project has been put to about $361 billion in revenue-wise in 45 years. He's saying that this is important and very crucial for Nigeria because it's going to rest businesses from Togo, Cote d'Ivoire, and I think one other state, Ghana, because currently many people use those ports right now, but right now it's easier. So once this port opens, many businesses will be diverted to the Lekki Seaport, and that's great revenue for Lagos State and also the federal government.
I'm worried about the traffic.
No. I'm excited because it would open up Ekpe and they don't need to come through
this
Lagos.
way.
There's a proper, you should create better roads before the issue starts.
Have they
because
created?
we remembered what happened with Apapa. They had to do concrete roads and expanded. So now that we know this is going to be bringing in lots of opportunity and business, that's the road to the current seaport. It is not in any way sufficient to carry the kind of...
That's what I'm saying. I'm worried about the traffic.
kind of traffic that would be necessary.
Before it turns, like it turns
build new roads, build new roads, not expand. They need to build new roads. They have to be alternatives.
Yes.
So I wanted to take the students, University of Benin, Ambrose Ali University, Ekpoma, Edo State Polytechnic. They all came together yesterday and barricaded the ring road in Benin, saying that they were going to stay there till the strike is called off. They're not taking anybody's side. They're just saying, see you, they are the ones suffering.
Yeah.
The government officials, they will send their own children to private universities or abroad. The lecturers have their own private businesses that they're running, that they are the ones that are staying at home. And that their parents are not wealthy. So they have been at home for 71 days.
Right.
And
there's one in the final year. It's like, I need to graduate. Just let me finish. You know, it's very pathetic.
And that it's just not fair to them. So they're going to stay there. They're going to have their lectures there.
Well, a lot of them, YK, did you see the pictures? Lots of them. They
said they call it now Uni Street.
Yes, so
they're calling
having their lectures there.
Yes, so they're going to have their lectures there. And, you know, you can't help but pity them.
Right.
Because I know one of my brother's adopted sons, he spent almost 10 years trying to graduate. For
a course of about 4 years?
For a course of 4 years. Come on.
And he went out school with Made. You mentioned that.
Yes, now. Made left since when? He just left last year. And was it this year? Come on.
Then the labor market will say you are too old for us to employ you. That's
okay, moving on quickly now to the Nigerian Tribune. APC extends sale of forms. PDP postpones local government congresses. Ogun Governor's ex-aide Rufai pleads guilty to the COVID-19 fraud case. On no pay, no work, we stand, NAAT. Police arraigned pastor for charging members 310,000 naira to have access to heaven. UN demands full women and youth participation for 2023. Thousands of women stormed Akure Street rally for Yahya Bello. And special report how 22 states in Nigeria face risk of malnutrition, food insecurity in 2022. Okay,
I took this pastor's story yesterday because in Kaduna they were looking for him. He went to Kaduna in April and he did the same thing, asking members to pay 310,000 naira each so that they can have access to heaven when rapture happens. Apparently, he had stayed in Ekiti State before, where he's been doing the same thing, asking members to pay that amount of money, and that there's a place where he can go to in one of the in one area in Ekiti where they will go to heaven. The heavens will open and take them. And I'm worried about the gullibility of Nigerians who are actually falling for this state. But the state has picked him up, although he has been given administrative bail, but they're still investigating the matter. And they're saying that they promise to try and help, you know, protect Nigerians, gullible Nigerians, from falling into the hands of people like this.
Yeah, I think it's just enlightenment, because it's not just Nigerians who are gullible. Do you guys remember Jonestown?
Yeah, that's
that guy.
I mean, they all went to lie down on the beds, and then everybody died.
They were forced to drink cyanide,
kerosene,
and they all went to lay down.
And
it's grass.
And cyanide is actually a painful death. He killed himself by gun. Boom. They were, come and see them. It was a terrible thing with Jonestown. Go and read up on it. It's terrible.
So, yes, I'll take the story. March 22, analysis uncovered the fact that 21 states in Nigeria and the Federal Capital Territory are at the risk of suffering, their children are at the risk of suffering malnutrition. So when I saw the picture, it was really scary, but thankfully, it's not a picture of anything that happened in Nigeria. It was just a stock picture found online. But this is based on the insecurity challenges. They mentioned a few of the states, including, I was surprised that there's, Abia State was included in part of the states mentioned, but it's a case of food insecurity, food based on insecurity challenges and malnutrition of children.
We have to run, that's all we can take.
What a pity, we couldn't take that Guardian story.
It wasn't as hot as it is, right? The Guardian story, let me quickly take, said that a suspect at APC orders aspirants to sign withdrawal letter. That is not what happened. So their form, the nomination forms come with the withdrawal letter, just in case, because their constitution allows them to do the direct or indirect primaries and consensus. So just in case the party decides on a consensus, you can now fill that form. So it's not mandatory for you to fill that form. You submit your form, but it's a form that's attached. And they wanted to start one controversy. They're not forcing anybody to sign withdrawal letter. That's all that was on the papers, Jaiwaike. Let's go on a break. When we come back, we bring in Lush Hair. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bali, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC communication story.
How we're doing, guys? Is the makeup in progress? Makeup
check.
Are the scripts on the prompter? Script
check.
Are we set in the VCR? All team in place? VCR
check. Clock is ticking, time is racing, lights on. Plans all set. 120 minutes of hot entertainment. We are ready for the mission.
How we're doing, guys? Is the makeup in progress? Makeup.
Check.
Are the scripts on the prompter? Script.
Check.
Are we set in the VCR? All team in place? VCR.
Check. Clock is ticking, time is racing, lights are. Plans all set. 120 minutes of hot entertainment. We are ready for the mission.
Come closer. A little bit more. Perfect. I have exciting news for you. You asked for it and you got it. Your favorite breakfast show, Your View, will be going to 2 hours. We're going to have in-depth analysis of the newspaper review and more conversations on the hot topics. Thanks for staying with us. Join us on the show now is Lush Hair. From Lush Hair is Lush Pink Belle, Bella Ochonogo. Welcome to the show. So tell us your name and a bit about yourself.
I am, of course, a model. I'm a painter. I'm also a student studying environmental management.
Okay, so how did you hear about the Lush Pink Belle?
Well, I was actually on the verge of quitting modeling before my friend actually gave me, let me call it update then. And she was like, okay, how about you just try this?
I'm sorry I have to go on a break because your mic is off. Let's go on a break. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned.
How we're doing, guys? Is the makeup in progress? Makeup.
Check.
Are the scripts on the prompter? Script.
Check.
Are we set in the VCR? All team in place? VCR.
Check. Clock is ticking, time is racing, lights are. Plans all set. 120 minutes of hot entertainment. We are ready for the mission.
How we're doing, guys? Is the makeup in progress? Makeup.
Check.
Are the scripts on the prompter? Script.
Check.
Are we set in the VCR? All team in place? VCR.
Check. Clock is ticking, time is racing, lights are. Plans all set. 120 minutes of hot entertainment. We are ready for the mission.
How we're doing, guys? Is the makeup in progress? Makeup.
Check.
Are the scripts on the prompter? Script.
Check.
Are we set in the VCR? All team in place? VCR.
Check. Clock is ticking, time is racing, lights are. Plans all set. 120 minutes of hot entertainment. We are ready for the mission.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw earthen material slabbed, stroked and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move weigh in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
kádàrá aláwọ̀ àkàkàjù. àwọn kan wà tí wọ́n bá kú tọ́jọ́ ọkú wọn ò tí ì pé wọ́n á papòdà síbòmíì.
Is that how you gonna say it?
ọkọ tí wàá sọ yẹn.
Bó ṣe wá kọ̀wé ránṣẹ́ yìí pé òun fẹ́ rí mi kájọ fojúkojú yìí kò yé èmi o.
bó ṣe pé ẹ̀rí ẹ̀mí lẹ́kùnmọ́ àyà mi ti sọ kí.
Torí kí ni?
àkọ́yẹ́ kọ́ mọ píjẹ́ ẹ̀mí lẹ́kùnmọ́ yọmọ mú yẹn rí flashback jọ́ ìkéyọ̀ mọ́ tó mọ́ ẹgbọ́n mọ́.
Thanks for staying with us. We still have with us Bella Ochonogo from Lush Hair. BC asked a question earlier.
Yes, I was asking how you heard about the Lush Pink Bell.
Yes, so I was actually on the verge of quitting modeling when a friend of mine had to like, Bella, have you seen this advert on Lush Hair, this audition? And I was like, okay, let me just check it out. And I did, and thankfully I'm here today.
What made you even sign up? You know, aside from your friend, what made you sign up?
Okay, so what was actually required of us was very, very simple, to actually be very, very real. So I felt that, okay, this is something I actually see myself doing, so I just had to like accept it.
Walk us through the process of how you became one of the Lush.
Okay, so first off, we were asked to send a video on Instagram to them. Then after the video, we were invited for like a live audition. There I met so many beautiful ladies, so many models, and I was like, wow. And I think over 200 plus of us. And after that, after choosing the first 17, we were asked to do like a proper voting. And then after that, they chose their final 7.
How's the journey been so far?
The journey has been quite amazing, actually. I've been able to have more shoots. I've been able to work with so many photographers, so many designers, and I'm like, wow. And then my hair, I've been able to like model different styles and also work on stages that I never thought I could actually have been able to work on.
Great.
So what's the brand plan for Lush Pink Bell 2?
Okay, so Lush Pink Bell 2.0, I feel like it's going to actually be very, very different from the first one, that's we, because their plans are actually way bigger than just the, actually what we actually did. So it's going to be like a proper beauty contest. So models should be like bringing in like their aim. Like if you know that you're not actually up to standard, you shouldn't just actually go for it, because it's going to be like a proper beauty contest.
Yeah, so any message for intending models looking to have this sort of opportunity you have?
Okay, so personally, I would say that you as a model, you should actually know what you want. Because if you are not actually like determined to face challenges, to say, how do I put it? If you're not actually determined to receive no, because we get like a lot of castings that you go for, and then you'll be like, okay, we don't want you. So you should be actually determined and focused to actually achieve whatever you want to achieve.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Bella.
Thank you very much
for joining us on the show.
I'm so honored. Thank you.
All right, we're going to go on a break now. We'll come back and what's our hot topic of the day. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your view.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey, as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC communications story.
Come closer. A little bit more. Perfect. I have exciting news for you. You asked for it and you got it. Your favorite breakfast show, Your View, will be going to 2 hours. We're going to have in-depth analysis of the newspaper review and more conversations on the hot topics. The ladies of Your View and I will be stirring up our guests to get an in-depth into all the various topics, and you, our viewers, will have the opportunity to call in and share your views. After all, it's your view. Join us on Your View, 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. for a fantastic conversation. Don't miss it.
kádàrá aláwọ̀ àkàkàjù. àwọn kan wà tí wọ́n bá kú tọ́jọ́ ọkú wọn ò tí ì pé wọ́n á papòdà síbòmíì.
Is that how you're gonna say it?
ọkọ̀ tí wàá sọ nìyẹn.
Bó ṣe wá kọ̀wé ránṣẹ́ yìí pé òun fẹ́ rí mi kájọ fojúkojú yìí kò yé èmi o.
bó ṣe pé ẹ̀rí ẹ̀mí lẹ́kùnmọ́ àyà mi ti sọ kí.
Torí kí ni?
àkọ́yẹ́ kọ́ mọ bí jẹ́rẹ̀ ẹ̀mí lẹ́kùnmọ́ yọmọ mú yẹn rí flashback jọ́ ìkéyọ̀ mọ́ tó mọ́ ẹgbọ́n mọ́.
Doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas.
Thanks for staying with us. So joining the conversation is a multiple award-winning broadcaster, event compare, public speaker, who has distinguished herself with her craft in radio, TV, and the broadcast industry. Welcome with us, Ayomairo Essay, to the show. How you doing?
Very well, thank
Good to have you in our midst. How do you feel being on the other side?
I feel like, this is, you know how you go to a place and then you have to sign on, I was here.
Yeah, I was here, yes. I've ticked that box. I've been on your view.
It's such an icon when it comes to TV shows, whether daytime or nighttime.
Right.
So when I was coming on here, I was like, how cute. So I told my family members, and they're like, please take off. It's so
good to have you. So why don't you come and join our conversation? Because there are too many gists on social media. In fact, we don't even know which one to start with. There was one that we saw recently about a discontent woman saying that unemployed women are getting married. I don't know what the woman's business is, but she made a point by saying that she said she expressed her displeasure that at the rate at which unemployed women are tying the knot every weekend. According to her, unemployed women are getting married, and how will they feed? How do they plan to feed themselves when they get married without a job? And I'm thinking, what's your business? But this kind of spoiled quite a bit of conversation because it opened up other kind of worms on the fact that should women remain independent? Should they be dependent? Don't you want the soft life of being taken care of? Must you work? You know, the original plan of God is just for you to be happy, you know, to be taken care of. You know, so why is it a thing that you have to be doing your thing? So what are your thoughts on this? You can join the conversation. The numbers on your screen, 08127053687, 09139076948. You can also tweet to us at TVC. Can I please hashtag YourViewTVC so we can read your tweets? All right, let me start with BC before I come to... I won't let Ayo start because let me let you warm up first.
Okay.
BC, what are your thoughts on this?
I think times have changed. You know, in our modest times, you would marry a woman so that she can nurture the home. You go to work to tend, you know, the way God did it in the garden. Adam was given the responsibility to tend the garden while Eve was home to tend to Adam when he gets back, Adam. And things have changed. We have constantly evolved. And with the harsh economic realities, I don't think it's wise, except you don't want to be taken care of. I don't think it's wise for you to open your eyes and get into a marriage when you do not have anything in your hands. You don't necessarily have to do a 9-to-5. You should have a business. You should have a way of sustaining yourself. You should be able to feed yourself and feed maybe 2 extra people before you think of getting into marriage. And we've talked about domestic abuse, and most of the times what we saw was that a lot of people are not able to break out of domestic abusive marriages because there is no financial independence. So they are stuck there.
Yeah, but that's if you're marrying Tom, Dick, and Harry. But if you're married, if you marry Dangote or $10, I don't want to work. If I'm marrying a Dangote, with all due respect, or paying my $10, somebody that also Elon Musk, for heaven's sake, I ain't gonna work.
Yeah, but the statistics of the men marrying these women, did they tell you that a Dangote?
So this person that is accusing a woman of getting married without having anything, she's forgetting that there are a group of people that marry rich people. Let me come to your thoughts first.
So for me, I feel that when it comes to making a marriage decision, many marriages break up because of economics. And no matter how in love you are, when you drink Gary the first day, the love was sweet. Drink Gary second day, by the third month of drinking Gary, you would get frustrated. Poverty will take the love out of your heart. I think that it is important for both parties to be empowered and knowing themselves. I think that the world has changed. Even if you're marrying a wealthy person, come with value to the table. And that value might not necessarily be that you're earning as much as him. There's no competition, but you are valuable in that you're contributing positively to the society. It also helps the woman feel a sense of confidence when in that relationship, and it helps the marriage last longer because when you're having conversation, you're telling me how your day went, I'm telling you how my own day went too, you're telling me what you earn, I'm telling you what I earn too. It's not competition, we're contributing to each other's growth. I think that it's a very...
Let me hear YK's thoughts when I come to White, because I like to get Ayo's.
I think that, you see, for me, yes, it's good to have a man that will look after you if you can
afford it, yeah.
You know, but look, when I look at the young ones around me and I see the women who don't work and that they are married to these young boys, you are putting a lot of pressure on these young kids because they're looking after you. Then you go and have 1 or 2 kids. It's that man that has to look after you, that you're not bringing any money, and there's no value. So to me, I think that women should work, and before they even think of marriage, they should at least have come to the marriage with something now.
All right, let me go on a quick break. When I come back, I'll get Ayo's perspective on this. Stay with us, we'll be right back.
Stay tuned.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bali, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC Communications story.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bali, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online, and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max.
Thanks for staying with us. We're still having this conversation. Ayo, let me come to you now because there's this perspective I always had. I wish I didn't have to work. All my friends don't believe me, but look at that. I just want to wake up in the morning, have my stewards, have them make breakfast for me, have the kids come around me. I take them to school, I escort them, drop them off, pick them up later. We go to swimming together, come back, there's grilled fish waiting for me. Some nice drink, come down, relax. That's my dream. Yeah. But unfortunately, we have to work. Yep. So as much as I understand, we want to encourage young people to work for the inside marriage, but the real soft life of the ideal, what do you think? Do you agree that
being a kept woman?
God bless you, being a kept woman. I want to be kept. Must we all work?
Okay, so thank you. I think that question is what would make my perspective on what the lady said, what it would be. The first thing is that I believe you. Because I have met, there's some of my friends who look, they're doing everything, but inside life is that they want to be really kept and well looked after. Now, I don't really agree that, when I read the article, I was like, hey, women never get a break. The reason why is because, we often don't appreciate the value. I've heard value a lot. The value of what a woman brings to the table as a homemaker or a house, keeping the home, looking after the children, if it is what has been agreed between both of them. So, for me, it just shows the dynamics, how dynamics have changed. In the olden days, or not too old, some years past, it was okay for you to have the ambition to have an agreement with your spouse that because of the sake of our children, one person will go to work and I'll stay at home and I'll look after it. And if you were talking about value as to what you bring to the table, that's my value. I'm a homemaker. I'm raising up our children to be great citizens in the world. So it's not really...
It's a job in itself.
Yeah, it's a job in itself. So when we think of things like that, we often think, oh, if you're not working, if you're not earning an income, conventionally means that you're sitting at home and being lazy. There's a big difference. So if it's just something... So for me, I don't think that it should be a criteria for women, personally. I think that if you have an agreement, each couple to each his own. If a couple decide that in this marriage, with all that's going on, Crystal and we're still reliving that. Yeah. And then we're seeing how we're saying, oh, people are too busy, we're all working. I'm not saying don't be... I also think it's the quality of the marriage. Right. Where you have a marriage where two of you agree that what you own, it's joint. You have it's also trust deficit. If you believe that you can trust one person to go to work and the person is not going to cheat you out of money or treat you less, respect the value that you bring, then it wouldn't be a problem.
So it's more about adhering to what both of you have agreed. Because it's true that a lot of women who go into this thinking that, I trust that he will take care of us. Somewhere they get burnt halfway, where the man hides information on them, hides the property, stuff like that. So that happens. But is that trust that was...
Thank you, Murayo, because I was just going to answer her and say, yes, but guess what? In times gone by, a lot of men disrespected our mothers.
Yes.
Because they stayed home and they looked after the kids. Yes, we grew up as better citizens. We grew up because we had our mothers there. But the men disrespected them outside.
True.
They had children outside, they had wives outside, and mistresses, and a lot of the time, those mistresses were working. Those mistresses were doing 9 to 5, and you come to the boyfriend and say,
looking fly,
boyfriend, who is your mother's husband?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Look at her. She's look at that woman.
So intelligent.
In his mind, he said, look at that woman that I have in the house, just there.
Tying wrapper
up and
no,
down.
but you're working. You don't have to tie wrapper. You can look. No, that.
Soft look sharp.
Yeah.
When he comes home, the voice that he used to talk to your mother or your auntie. What is wrong with you? Why are you so... What is wrong with you?
Would you say it's the quality of the man as well? Because it depends on the man. There's some men who actually appreciate and are grateful to the women who sacrifice. No, I won't use the word sacrifice because it doesn't mean you would be totally doing nothing. You can be in, groups. You can volunteer. Yes, PTA. You can volunteer. You can, but you don't have to have. I think volunteer. So I think the quality of the man. So I wouldn't say this is a blanket rule for all women. No, if you're marrying a man that cannot handle a woman being at home and can get a job. But if you're able to agree with your man and you want to do it for the good of your family, you see your family dynamics, I'm all for it, personally.
So for me, it sounds nice to say that, okay, you're adding value in many other ways. But I know the way money is. And I believe strongly that two different human beings fall in love with each other with all good intention to marry, and then money rears its head and everything goes bad. And it is not as if the man can be stingy. Sometimes the man doesn't just understand why you want to spend 150,000 naira to buy hair. Or you want to buy the hair. If it is your money, he might not complain. Of course, he might first say that, what really? But then you explain that, I really like this. I want to buy it, and this is it.
50K.
Bone straight.
So what I'm saying is
50K.
Even more.
No, now 5K.
Most is about 500. Quality.
So the conversation,
500,000.
even conversation around gold. Conversation around buying gold jewelry, and a man will feel like they can steal it, but it's your money and you like it.
Let us educate. Now, calm down, relax. Let us educate women who want to be
kept women.
Kept women. Yeah. Let's teach them how to be a kept woman. Listen, I want
to help you. Yeah. So, the problem with being a kept woman without a proper agreement on how it's going to work is usually a disadvantage to the woman. Okay. Because there are climes, the Arabian countries and all that, where they pay women. The work you do at home, like you rightly said, is very enormous. Like me, I can't be a full-time. It's not possible. I will run crazy. I can't. Because you are constantly going to be nurturing, taking care of, doing the housework, cleaning, organizing, to even plan the meals that we eat. I know the stress, mental stress I go through to plan different timetables because I have to keep changing. So you need to have a conversation on how much am I going to be earning for this work I'm going to be doing? Because if we get somebody else to do this work, you're going to have to pay the person while I do my job. Now that you want me to stay at home, you should have that conversation. That's one. Secondly, observe and see if the person you're going to, if you're starting life together, most of us here started with our spouses. Is it at that time you want to be telling your husband that you would like to be a kept woman? There's a time for it. The way we have, the level we've gotten to right now, we can tell our husbands that I don't want to work. In fact, the work we are doing now, they are complaining. They want us to stay as kept women because they have gotten to a level where everybody's needs can be taken care of with little stress. And I have proven that I have value. So you must have that conversation if you want indeed to be kept, especially if you're not marrying somebody who is very rich. You can marry somebody who's very rich and they take advantage of you and they feel, how much would I even give you? We heard the king, I don't want to mention names, let me just say it like this, that died, the wives were earning 50,000 naira. Honey, 50,000 naira.
We don't know how true that is.
No, I know, it's speculation. I said we heard, and it may be a rumor. But 50,000 naira cannot buy, you just mentioned hair now. I wear bone straight, I know you can't buy hair.
Okay, let me.
So you must have that conversation so that if anything happens at the end of the day, you will be able to go away from that marriage with something tangible for the times that you have used. That's just
I want us to move this conversation to, there are people who, there are people like me there. I'm working because I have to work. You know, monies. No, then when I started, I had to work because, you know, left to me, we're pulling resources together now. But left to me, in my inside, I would have loved to just, you know, have, and I like us to think about the possibility of knowing that all those things I say that is worrying, thinking about, it's not a difficult thing to think about meals. Healthy meals is the easiest thing to think. It's not.
If there's money.
Listen, if there's money, you have a chef. Listen, calm down. I have a timetable in my house.
Yes.
I have a timetable in my house.
How often do you change your timetable?
When I feel like I need to change it, I change it.
I change my timetable every 2 weeks because Oga insists on having different meals. So
if you have the money, you just be the home manager. You
home manager.
Tell, okay, have you changed it? Let me go through the list.
Yeah,
have you done it?
That is the home manager. Don't get it twisted. But the mental work. Because you can't manage and like the way our government manages and they'll give you.
I can manage that easily,
you
honey.
You can manage and you have to.
I can manage that easily.
You are managing people who do not understand where you're coming from. You're managing outsiders who are in your home. You have to observe. You have to follow up. That's what a leader does, so that the things run smoothly.
So
it's a lot of work.
I hear Murayo, and I want to just put myself in Murayo's shoes. Like, okay, I don't need to work, and everything is sorted out. I think that life would be really boring for such a woman.
Yes, I agree.
Very unfulfilling.
Alzheimer's.
Because we are designed for growth.
Work, yeah.
We're designed to, if it to be unfulfillment. There will be that unfulfillment of what am I doing to add value to life. So if you now say you're not working for money, but you will still work.
Listen,
the way the work might be.
Allow me to define it now. Let me because you're forgetting that working is about just earning salary.
Yes, earning money.
You can volunteer work. The community services you can do. Yes. All our gutters are there dirty. None of us are so busy working. Forgetting that somebody needs to be there to get people to clean the gutters.
That's what you want to do.
There community work to be done.
Even beyond that, some women genuinely find fulfillment in seeing their children achieve. That's the truth. So not all women.
Nima says it all the time.
Yes,
have fulfillment.
Some women just want to. For some women, the fact that my house is in order, my children are well raised, well brought up, they go out, and that's okay for them. That's actually really okay for them.
God bless you.
So in terms of what's my contribution to the world is that I raise leaders.
Fantastic.
That's my contribution to the world. So it's not everyone who wants to go to the office.
Yeah,
not everyone.
Absolutely.
And then also, we have to change the picture of how we see housewives. You know what we're thinking of? A woman in a wrapper who is just sitting at home after working, watching. There are some women who do online courses. Yes. They actually they do, even if it's etiquette classes. Absolutely. They do online courses. They read the newspapers. They watch Your View.
Even if their husband are bankers, they read up on banking. Yes. So have a conversation in your sector.
You're not working doesn't mean that you stop living.
Yes.
So you're going to a dinner with your husband and you know everything they're talking about on the table. So you're not sounding dumb.
Yes.
He's proud. You fix up, look sharp.
God bless you.
And then you're speaking intelligently at the table.
Yeah,
you don't have to go to work to do that.
High five, Jerry.
What happens when something happens to the man and the breadwinner goes? How do you?
I have access to his account. Yes. I'm the one managing finance.
That way.
He does.
Mariah, you would have found a man that had money. He does not
Listen
work that
now.
way. No, but a rich man.
Listen, don't say that.
Let's be realistic.
Please, be realistic.
A rich man who is already made will not just marry you and hand over.
You don't know that.
No, it doesn't work that way. All the rich people that
you don't know that
now.
When you build together, all the rich people that have divorced in our area, we see how they go back to square one.
Can I bring
we see how they suffer.
They make a general statement.
You know,
I'm just telling you, it doesn't work that way.
There is not 1 every 10 that you meet a rich man. It's not. Maybe it's 1 every 2 or 500 before you meet somebody who is
really rich.
Yes.
Okay, so the hustle is real.
So,
they'll just hand over their property to you.
Are you saying that if my young son marries this woman or this young girl and she's not working, so that one is now working.
Now hand everything.
And she.
Oh, it's not like
no.
See, you have a wrong
and she is saying,
thinking.
Maybe they don't have kids, but she's a homemaker.
Kept woman.
She's a kept woman.
Yes.
Then you think about it.
Think about it.
I don't know.
I'm waiting for you to finish.
Any kids yet? Your son, the woman, you come every time you go to the house to visit.
Cross leg.
She will
paint nails.
You have the wrong picture, Whitey.
Just tell me.
Dramatize it.
I believe you. Continue.
Maybe she's nicely groomed, her nails are painted. Auntie Tokme, oh mommy, hello, welcome.
She's an actress.
Chef,
come and give mommy some food.
Why would that bother you?
Wait, she will switch on the TV. Your son is not home.
Doing all the work, doing all the stress.
When he comes home, maybe you get there around 3. He now comes home around 9.
10.
Sweating. Mommy. Mi ò ráyè yín sìn. Ẹ jẹ́ kí n lọ sùn. You, the mother. What will you be thinking?
You will not be happy.
What are you thinking?
That they can't.
No, that's not
a lazy housewife. So they are lazy, hardworking. They are lazy career women, lazy in the home, and they are lazy housewives.
Absolutely.
So we're having a conversation. There are women who their life is all about their work. So when they get home, they do absolutely nothing. Same with the men. Exactly. And there's some women who are at home and are more resourceful. Yes. So the woman you described is, yes, typical, maybe because maybe she's married to a rich man. But if it was based on agreement, because we want to raise up a...
No, this one's not married to a rich man. No. She's married to a young, hardworking boy.
So if my husband is... okay, he's not yet, at that level. We're getting there, because he's watching Hello. But if, we've agreed, children come and we've agreed that, you know what, you stay at home. Another thing is contentment. We must be able to manage our lifestyle. So we don't have to be wealthy to even achieve this lifestyle. It is a decision that women get to make on a daily basis based on what your vision of your family life should be like. So if you know that, okay, for now, or for this number of years, we're not going to be taking private jets. Maybe we want to travel, we'll go to Obudu Ranch, or we'll go to Olumo Rock. We won't go abroad.
Let me respond to BC, because when you made that general statement that it doesn't work that way, I don't think is that right general statement, because there are people who are smart enough to organize themselves well. So I am a rich man. I marry you, and we agree that you're going to be kept. I have a salary I pay to you every month. My finances, you know how much I have. Yes, I don't give you my entire account, but you have access. You're co-signatory to my accounts. You're the one that handle all the. You send money to the family. You send money to loved ones. You pay the. That's the agreement we've had. Yeah. So I'm a housewife with my eyes opened. I'm not just waiting to be fed. I'm very resourceful. I know that my children, all things are in my children's name. I have a car here in my name. I have, I know somebody who, she was the second wife. I mean, she is the second wife. The man has moved on to a third wife. But when she came in as the second wife, she made the house she lives in VI belongs to her. The man bought it in her name. She wasn't working a day. And the man was taking good care of her. So even though he has moved on to another person, as of today, her children are going to the best schools in Lagos State. She made sure that you paid school and everything. She gets a certain amount of money every month. She's a kept woman, and she's happy. And in her own regard, she's accomplished. Her children are grown up so well. Great kids.
And the ideal is always sweet.
Yes. But the generalization too is not also sweet.
Yes, I may have generalized. Okay, I agree. But what you just made listed now is a 1%. We have issues every day, and we see the realities. We're talking reality here. And when you are teaching people how to adjust with the reality, you have to tell them the truth. If this is not going to work the way you have envisioned it, which I hardly see most men do, let me not say all men, how will you show off yourself? Everybody wants it. But sometimes the rich man, the so-called rich man that you want, has some character flaws that because of that, you don't want that. And you go away, and you go and start with somebody from the scratch till you get to that level. So the generalization of all the men we see around now who are looking for wives, how many of them are rich? How many of them are rich?
Okay, let's take a few messages. Okay.
Yeah, I have a call from Yemi. Yemi, are you there? Thanks for calling. You're live. Hello, Yemi.
Hello, good morning.
You're live. Go ahead, please.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
I'll go with the guest.
Ayo, yes.
I just said it.
I can't hear you, Ayo. Go ahead, please.
I think she's with the guest.
I think she's listening to the voice. Yeah, go ahead.
So please, I wanted to say something. One of the things that we realize with wealthy people is it takes a lot of time to acquire wealth. And there is barely enough time to spend at home. That's the truth. When you talk to super rich, wealthy people, they are flying here, flying there, in meetings, overnight, all of that. And there's a lot of loneliness that comes with being a housewife. And these are emotional realities that we must deal with. That's on one side. On the other side is the wisdom and discipline it takes to manage affairs at home can be better put to use with you handling and contributing your quota to humanity as a whole. Somebody on YouTube mentioned the fact that in Nigeria, where one sickness can make you a beggar,
yes, sir. Yeah.
and you think you're rich, said, yes, so you can work from home, but not that you are staying at home doing nothing. And somebody else is also mentioning that it's not stimulating just raising children.
That's not true.
Nothing will challenge you. So that's another person's perspective, that it might not stimulate as a woman enough to raise children. Someone here is saying she stays abroad and she's raising her children. By the time our last born gets to the university, she'll start her second master's. So that's intentionality. So of course there'll be people that, based on their agreements, they would have to stay at home. Maybe because they're not in Nigeria. But be wise when you are doing that. Yeah. Have a steady allowance you're getting from your spouse.
Yes.
Add value to life beyond just your family. So that you know that it's not just, my husband is not around, you are lonely. So people go through depression simply because their husband has traveled for a while, and the only thing they know in their life is me, my husband, and my children. Yeah. You must build your ecosystem beyond that immediate family setting, and have a plan B for when your children grow. Because I always tell myself right now, I have 3 boys. I tell myself that in a few years' time, my children will come and say, Mommy, I love you so much, but she's the love of my life. And I must prepare for that stage in my life. So I cannot build my entire life and value around raising
let me take this call.
Because they will move on.
Yeah. No, Waike, I'm going to put you on spot in a minute, but let me take this call.
I kind of disagree with you there.
Let me take this call. Toby, are you there?
Abigail.
Yes, I'm here.
You're live. Go ahead, please. Go ahead.
Good morning, ladies.
Morning.
Good morning. Good morning. You again. Good morning. I want to say a few things quickly. Number one, for me, growing up, myself and my sisters, my mother would usually talk to us about the fact that when you're going into marriage, you have to be taking something into the marriage. You know, so I grew up, I mean, I'm in my 40s now, but I grew up with that understanding. So I wasn't going to be allowed to get married without having a job, without having something that I'm taking into that marriage. That's number one. Number two, my father worked in an oil company. He was well-to-do, but that didn't stop my mom from getting a job. She worked with the ministry. And guess what? Along the line, life happened. Mother passed on, and my mother was able to carry on, you know, with 5 children. And I was 8 years old at the time. But because she had a job, she didn't have to run helter skelter to meet anybody to support her. But she was able to, by the grace of God, raise the 5 of us through school, through master's level and all that. Karen said something earlier. She said, when he said, what if life happens and the person passes on? And he said, oh, access to the account. What if the person passes on and you find out those money he was pumping around were loans from the bank? All those assets were purchased with loans. And the banks come to take it. Where do you start from?
Right.
I think, you know, making our girls know that we need to go into marriage empowered.
Eyes open.
You know, it's very, very important.
I mean, we agree with you. Thank you so much. That's a fantastic point. You're right. Waike, wanted to pick on something she said.
Yeah, because she said her life shouldn't center around her children. But I think that's a mistake that a lot of mothers are making these days, is your children should be the most important thing in your life. Wait, let me finish. Because you are losing a lot of their growing up as you are saying, oh, I want to chase this, Naira, chase this. You are losing valuable time with your kids. So I do not agree that your life, and I know that because a child is a gift, but not yours. Your child belongs to the world. Your child belongs to God. You are just the carrier.
Yeah.
But it is your own duty to look after that child. You have been given that gift to look after. There are people that don't have kids.
Yes, I agree with you.
I agree 100%.
No, because she said.
But you must understand that it cannot be
when they grow, when they eventually grow up. That was
you know, the conversation has been around
business now.
Okay, let me take you about something. Let me take you about something because I'm going to move this conversation to a different conversation. Waike said something earlier. I don't know if you guys picked up on it. That if she has a son, and she goes to her son's house, and the woman is there just lazing around, and then her son comes at night, she would think, this girl is just, and I don't know, I disagree with that. Because I think that really, how my son's wife is none of my business.
You know why?
She's married to my son. She's lazy, she's not lazy, she cooks, doesn't go, it's none of my business as a mother-in-law. That is his wife. Let him handle it.
I will be happy.
Hey, do you need to be happy?
Yes, I would like to be.
Do you need to be happy?
By the time I leave the house that night and I go and meet whether it's the father or my friend or my sister, I'm saying,
What do you know?
Honestly, for my son.
But we need,
It's okay.
What if he's okay with that?
That dynamic works for them. What if he's happy? So it's just you're not liking it, but he's okay. That it works for them.
Let me tell you, 9 times out of 10, that man is not happy.
No, but what if he's happy? Because that's what mothers do. Mothers always assume that their sons are not happy.
That, like Obiajulu said, vegetable don't.
No, then you need.
Vegetable don't go.
Let me tell you why a Moriah will not feel anything. Because a Moriah is busy. A Moriah has her own path. So you're raising your children, you're focusing on your life, you are a busy woman, you are making your impact, and you're raising your children to also make their impact. When that kind of thing comes up, because you have been in a space where you have mingled, you have met different people, it's easy to just feel, as long as my son is happy, they're fine. But you see the difference between those ones that stay at home and center their lives around the children and raise them. I want you to be this and be that. You are my this for life. When they go and see that sort of dynamic, they feel they have failed. How can another woman, born of a woman, come and turn my son into a vegetable, even when the son is obviously happy, or a slave, because you know what you have put in. You have sacrificed your career, you have sacrificed your dream. There are women who are not able to live to their fulfillment. They have a lot of talent, but because they've chosen, I want to raise these kids to the best of my ability, they abandoned all those things. It tells in old age. You see women go and start frustrating daughter-in-laws because they don't have a life. See how YK is. She goes to her son or her daughter-in-law's place. She knows she has to come back to TV. So I stay with you a few days. She's busy. I have to come back to do a job. But those ones who are steady, all their life they have raised these kids. They come, they stay 6 months, and they frustrate. Once they see anything they don't like, because they constantly remember the sacrifices they have made to raise those children, becomes a problem.
Well, to be honest, obviously there's a point there, but I don't think, I also think that there's the challenge of generalizing, whereby we say that all women who invested in their children end up going to be mothers-in-law who are. Some women literally, like I said, it's mindset and the way that you view things. Yeah. So your work here is done. You have raised on to the next project. So once your children have, grown up to a certain age, then I have friends. I'm not speaking out of just, I know as I'm speaking, I'm thinking of real life examples of people that I know who made these decisions. And maybe along the line, once their children have grown, very successful, go start doing other things. Maybe now start to explore their businesses. They never let themselves go. So that's one thing. So the way I would even say is being a housekeeper smartly. So it's not in the days of just staying
smart housekeeper.
Be a smart housekeeper. So it's not, being housekeeping is not tantamount to laziness.
And don't lose your dreams.
Yes,
agreed.
Don't lose your dreams. Yeah. So improve yourself. So like you mentioned, if you're going to make that decision, then make sure there's some things in place. Yeah. Don't lose yourself. There are many communities you can ensure that you're a part of. In fact, just being a member of your old school girls association or school association is enough. Okay, know what's happening. Get ready. Anything can change. It's not that you're just going to sit at home.
Women's group in your church.
Yes,
that's many things.
Involve yourself.
Let me take this call from Bola. Bola, are you there from Republic of Benin?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, you're live.
Morning.
Okay, good morning, Madam Murayo.
You are live. Go ahead, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, let me start by saying I want to make a clarification about what we discussed yesterday. Yeah. I'm coming from Cotonou, Benin Republic. The price of rice here is around 20,000 naira.
Oh.
So it's not true that it's 8,000 naira.
Thank you.
Oh, okay. Then secondly, on today's topic, the issue we are discussing, everybody should work, whether man or woman. Hello?
Yes, we can hear you. Please go ahead.
Okay, every woman should work. But when you are considering the difference between work and job, can we consider this? Is it not better if men are considered for jobs before women are considered? So that those men who have jobs can marry those women. Okay. So that the women will not be at double jeopardy. They are not married and they don't have jobs.
All right, thank you very much for that. I'm having difficulty understanding. So we have to wrap up. Let's take a few comments.
I want to take comments on Ayo. Okay. One said, "Who is this fine jollof among?" And this other person said, "Your guest is gorgeous, eloquent, and intelligent."
Your views, species.
Oladidi said, "How I wish my wife was very rich. Then my only job would be to manage how we spend the money." That's from a man's perspective. There's something we've been saying since about, the woman, and all of that. One of the things that I've seen in the trend here is that somebody was saying 40 years ago, many, in the Western world, many women were mainly stay-at-home moms, but they migrated into getting in the workplace because of the reality of life and finding fulfillment. So the finding fulfillment part is one of the key reasons people consider. But the comments that brought up this conversation was more about economical challenges that we're facing in our society, and the fact that no woman should be a liability on a man. Don't get married if you cannot add value. If you don't know how to get a job done, don't put your entire life responsibility.
But the chips have changed now. Now men are looking for empowered women. More men don't even have jobs these days. So they're looking for women who are working well.
I wanted to ask. It says, "Housewife here, trust me, I am not dumb. I chose to stay home and raise my children. For my fourth last will go to school in September, and I will start my second master's."
Fantastic. Yeah, I wanted to ask Essie a question. So you said you could be a housewife and then get involved in, you know, community service, get involved in your old girls association, you know, just do something, you know. And I'm asking myself, why do I want to be doing those things for free? Because it's still going to take some work. I'm still going to wake up. I'm going to use my brain. I'm going to, you know, for me to be actively involved in the community, I am working. But then I'm working for free. Why don't I monetize it? I'm an Igbo girl. Why can't I make money out of it? Please answer me.
Okay, so, I mean, absolutely. If there are ways that you can monetize it, if it's not volunteering. But the first reason why you decided, I would assume, would be because you want to, there's a purpose. So if the purpose, for a period of time. So what that means is that you're gaining skills. You're not lying dormant. Yeah. Because you can, just like what we've talked about, you can actually get to a point where you're thinking, what do I do with my life? 12 or 13, 14 years later, you're looking down and you're looking at yourself. And then talking about value as well, that beyond your immediate circle, the fact that you're giving back in one way or the other, you're adding to this world, that's fulfillment. I think money has become such a big problem. You know, we're so big on money that...
But my idea of being a kept woman is that you wake up cross-leg. You're not thinking. You're not doing anything. Is that not what you wanted?
Can we talk about all those women that have time? Women that have time.
Let me give you an example.
Let me give to school, and then me that I'm working, they don't make me look like I'm not a good mother. Because you have your wife, your husband is paying your bills. You are planning activities every day. Mothers come to school today. Mothers come to school tomorrow. And I'm wondering, hello, mothers, you are not working. Me, I'm working. You know.
It's part of it. So like the old school girls, you volunteer to do event planning for the next event. I'm learning skills of organization. I'm talking to caterers.
That's working. That's working.
But having a child is not.
You look
as far as I'm concerned, having
a child. You come in your suits and your high heels and you're just at home sitting at home. It's tit for tat.
Yes,
sir. You're looking at them.
Yes, pay attention to your children. You know, we have to wrap up on that.
I think a mother's responsibility is with her kids. I really believe that. I really believe that because I remember when my mom died, I used to leave my daughter with my mom. When my mom died, I had to stop touring because I had to be with my mom, with my daughter. I wasn't going to leave her to be sexually abused by someone, you know. So,
okay, I think that's all we can take on this one. I think generally we all agree that women should have something they're doing, and it should be an agreement between both parties. You know, agree, and both parties should adhere to the agreements of, okay, I'm the provider, you're the one taking care of. But even though you're the kept woman, do something. I agree with you.
Don't be so kept.
Don't be dormant.
So kept.
You can be very kept. Listen, maybe because of my own background. I know that my mother used to work. My mother was a worker. But my other mother was a kept. I mean, she had a restaurant that my daddy did food for, but she was always available. And I enjoyed the fact that we used to play Ludos together, Scrabble together. You know, she was a homemaker. I enjoyed those moments. Maybe that's why I'm always like, I'd rather just stay home with my kids, you know? Maybe that's why, but you never know. But generally...
I'm with you. I'm understanding you because your kids are very important to you.
Yeah. Let's go on a break.
Let's
go on a break, YK. When we come, yes, we've agreed. When we come back, we'll talk another topic. Stay with us. We'll be right back. YK.
Stay tuned. Your view.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news in Nigeria. Awarded the NMMA TV Station of the Year, TVC News is the station of choice for news that is first, accurate, balanced, and reliable every time. TVC and TVC News watched by over 4.5 million people in Nigeria every day on terrestrial, DTH, DTT, OTT, and available to viewers in the UK on Sky TV. Watch all of our world-class programs on TV, online and on our app. TVC and TVC News, the best entertainment and news for Nigeria, on TV and online.
And when you can't watch us, listen to us. 102.3 Max FM Lagos and 90.9 Max FM Abuja are now ranked among the most listened to radio stations in Nigeria.
Now, with over 1.5 million listeners every day, we're the people's favorite radio station. Best hit music, best on-air talent. Max 102.3 hit music for Lagos and Max 90.9 hit music for Abuja. We are your home for that fun, entertainment, and hit music.
In Lagos, TVC, our leading family entertainment TV channel, has a 47% market share. But this is just the start of our journey as we plan to add even more services to entertain and inform our ever-growing audience. Thanks for being part of the TVC communication story.
At TVC Communications, we're all about our audience. Millions of viewers, listeners, and readers every day all around Nigeria.
Our 2 TV stations are among the most watched in Nigeria.
TVC News is our award-winning 24-hour national and international news channel headquartered here in Lagos, broadcasting live from our custom-built state-of-the-art news headquarters.
TVC, the top-rated family entertainment channel, is the place for fun, music, and information. With our breakfast show, Wake Up Nigeria, the all-female chat show, Your View, the best soaps and dramas from Nolly, Bolly, and Hollywood, music and entertainment blast, courtesy E-Splash, and of course, award-winning news and current affairs. It is all here.
With news bureau and studios around the country and the ability to go live anywhere, anytime, we are first for breaking news.
Mount Zion. Thanks for staying with us. So another story caught our attention. A very popular clergyman, Pastor Mike Bamiloye, posted a question to ladies. I mean, he was really worried that many young girls dress seductively to church. He said that you dance sensually to praise worship, and you wear short, tight skirts and high-heeled shoes purposely, and your plan is to dress to kill. Are you an assassin? You come to kill person for church. What is your issue on this? Now, the reason why this is an interesting conversation is because there's always that, oh, I'm accepted the way I am. Let me just go. Like, even though I'm coming from the club, I can come and get my salvation in Christ. You know, that's the argument where a girl just walks into church anyhow, or even a man comes down with his saggy jeans and everything because, hey, he feels that church is, everybody's accepted. Yeah. But sometimes there's some kind of decorum that is expected. So where do we draw the line between letting you come as you are and then instilling some type of decorum within the house of God, not just in church, in mosques too, because I hear that some imams have even complained about what people are wearing, the kind of jewelries people wear, the kinds of, not everybody wears hijabs, but the way they come sometimes to the presence in the mosque is questionable. So what are your thoughts on this? Should we go back to the old days, or should we understand that, listen, people are who they are, we must accept them for who they are? You want to start?
I was like, why did I come to do when they're talking about some Michael? I mean, that's fair enough. But, I mean, the first thing that came to my mind when you were speaking was hashtag, are you a hired killer?
Who have you come to kill?
Who have you come to kill? But, I mean, there's so many things around this because there's the matter of choice. You know, at the end of the day, every human being has a choice as to the decision. And when you make a choice, you should also be ready to face the consequences. As long as you're able and you're willing to face whatever consequence or whatever the result of that outfit is, or whatever your choice is, then you should, as an adult, be allowed to. In terms of, I believe very much, because sometimes, when I see some things, I'm like, how are men coping? Or how are men coping? So even in terms of thinking of the next person, like, just help the other person, I don't know.
So when you say choice, like, if I have a choice to dress where, I mean, somebody came recently, I don't know if I should say this, somebody recently to the station. And she bought about 2 or 3 options, and everything was skimpy. The makeup guys were like, auntie, we're not trying to go, what do we do? How do we pin it together? Because everything, all the options was not TV friendly. I knew that they would. So eventually we have just pin everything together, just at least let her, and we decided she was sitting down that, this camera will show. So that's the reality. But that kind of person will go to church in that same dress.
Yes.
And nobody will stop you from doing it. I mean, it's her choice.
Yeah, so I think we need to understand that the church is a place where we have mixed multitude. And Christ has said, come as you are, but don't go the way you have come. So when you come as you are, meaning the church is open. No, meaning the church is open. We're here to win souls, right? Anybody can come in. Come as you are. It's open. But we hope that before the service ends, the Holy Spirit must have touched you that you don't go the way you came. And when you have a different feeling after you've come the first time and you go home, when you're coming back again, because of that transformation that has happened, you will change. Nobody will preach decency to you. You will just know in your heart. No, hold on. Now, the church also, because it's a place where everyone is allowed to come, the love of Christ is abounds and everybody is allowed to partake of that love. You can't chase people away for how they're dressed. They have made some steps, or they've taken some steps to ensure that the people who sit in front, the ushers, have a directive. There are certain dressings that they cannot allow sit in front. So they do that to protect the people who are, ministering from seeing, you are preaching and you just see and something is open. Yes, exactly. So they barricade those. But those ones at the back, the mixed multitude where they're supposed to stay, they can come that way. And the focus should be on when people step into my altar or step into my church, how do they live? Do I ask the Holy Spirit to help me arrest them and cause that? So what you're saying is, in the physical, you're trying to tell people how to dress, but that's not your job. Your job is to bring them to the love of Christ, and the Holy Spirit will do that.
What happens?
So focus on that spiritual aspect and allow the Holy Spirit do His work. But protect yourself so that those ones don't come and disorganize.
So you allow them, so even they are skimpily dressed, allow them in,
but
they at the back. Yeah, they are discriminating. If I want to sit in front.
Discrimination. They are not ministers. They can't sit in front.
No, there's no way in the Bible that says minister must sit in front.
No, there are people. Even in the Bible. No, hold on, Auntie. Even in the Bible of old, even Jesus Christ had the 3 disciples. They had the 12. They had the 70. Everybody has their level. And there's grade. You don't just do things anyhow because it's church.
Please, if I'm looking for a husband and that's the best way for me to find a husband, you are saying I shouldn't come to church? I don't understand.
Stay at the back.
If I want to wear tight jeans,
wear it and stay at the back.
I show my body.
Stay at the back.
Maybe my husband is at the church.
Stay at the back. So after service,
like Mariah said, you are discriminating against
go ahead.
So I'm of the opinion that there must be rules. Where there are no rules, you will have, what's the word? There's a word, where there are no rules, there'll be anarchy, there'll be chaos. People will just take laws into their hands, and there must be rules and guidelines, because every human being can do and undo. We have capacity, even in developed countries, to go haywire. There is rule against indecent exposure abroad. You're seen exposing yourself in a wrong place, you will be prosecuted. And I think that in the church, modern Christianity, Pentecostalism, has so relaxed the rules to welcome everybody to the extent which we are no longer discussing the importance of comporting ourselves. So modesty for me, modesty is off shoulder. It's modest to me. Short dress is modest to me. Honestly, so modesty has different grades. Somebody else will say, modesty is me just covering the nipple. At least I've covered this part, and I've covered this part. Every other thing can be open, and I feel like I'm okay. You should control yourself. But in the church, there must be rules guiding these things. And we must remember that Jesus had standards that he expected. Because when he went to the temple and he saw what seemingly looked right, but was not the standard he expected that the temple should be, he chased them out. So I feel the church needs to go back to the place where I hear something, I'm like, I saw, and I reported a protocol officer in my church, because the protocol officer is very, very endowed, like the producer of our other show here. Very, very, very endowed. And then, honestly, there's really little you can do to cover that. But you cannot be in front, because protocol officers carry the offering basket. So I sat down and I saw all the men's. I follow her. Everything till she disappeared. They are men. They
Why
will
are you
look.
watching? Why are you watching?
I'm not jealous, so I observed.
What's your front?
I observed.
That's the problem. You should be
So
your front.
my conversation was that she's serving God. She has to serve God. But we have to avoid that distraction because we need to do what we can in the little way we can.
Distraction?
The distraction
Okay, well,
she represents.
what happened to
With her abundance, bountiful. It's like honeypot joining choir. Honeypot, I love you, but she will wear robe.
Honeypot can join choir.
Because honeypot is abundantly blessed.
You're discriminating. You are...
when you are body shaming.
No. It's not. It's like, YK, I know for a fact.
Excuse me. I'm not showing my breasts outside. I'm not showing, I'm dressed, but my attributes are being shown.
Yeah.
You that you can't control yourself.
I can't control my height. And I cannot say I want to join the choir and stand in front.
Okay, you that you
because I am tall. So there are things that I cannot do based on my height. There are some games I cannot play. And there are games I can only play because of my height. The fact that every one of us have a blessing, and it is a blessing.
Let's not
so we must not. It's not discrimination. It is realizing the fact.
Let me take call from Praise. Praise, good morning. Are you there?
Good morning, Mariah.
Oh, Grace, you're live. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. Please, I want to contribute to the topic, dressing to kill.
Yes.
And I've been listening to all of you, what you're saying. But let's put it like this. Is it only in the church that we can dress to kill? Well, if I'm looking for a job to your office, you, Mariah, or that's the other sister, I know if I'm coming for an interview, I will dress very well so that you accept me. Then why is it that it's in the house of God that will not dress as you like and come as you like? Why? Because we don't know that we are coming to meet God, we are coming with another intention. But when I'm coming to look for work, when I'm coming to see my brother in a good, I will package myself very well. I will not show my cleavages, but in the church, we not do otherwise.
Thank you so much, Grace. Mike, so that question is for you because you were saying that somebody's looking for a husband. Went to church. Are you not looking for a husband in the office place?
No, you're not looking for a husband.
Yes, you might meet your husband in the office.
You might meet your husband.
You might meet,
You might meet your husband. But most of you that go to church, not you because you are married, but most of you, you pray for God's blessing. When you get there, I don't have a husband. No, so, of course,
if I dressing naked.
I didn't say go naked. I didn't say go naked. But if I'm well endowed, if I have this kind and I wear a tight-fitting
body talents that you
show
have.
my talents.
And then you distract everybody.
You distract people, though.
If you are distracted, you get problem.
Yeah.
Wow.
The distractee is what I...
Okay. Yes. You are very tall. Because you brought your height into this, you are very tall. When I stand beside you, I feel exceptionally short, especially if I don't wear high shoes.
Yes.
Will I say you should cut off your leg?
No, I can't.
I can't tell you to cut off your leg.
Yes,
now.
yes.
So if I have a problem, I should go and solve
deal with it.
Yes.
So I get the part of teaching men self-control.
But my own question is, what happened to fear? I mean, when I was younger, when I was going, I remember very clearly that I've shared this story before where I drove from, myself and my girlfriends went to club all weekend. From Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. We're coming in from DC, driving down. They dropped me in church. I was dressed skimpy. I had my church clothes. I removed my skimpy clothes. Church, they were not going to church. They dropped me in church. As I was changing, Pastor Mattel was coming from his own, seeing me. I changed, looked like Sister Morayo. And I went upstairs. Because there was fear that I'm coming from club. I can't. What happened? That doesn't happen anymore.
That's hypocrisy now.
No, not hypocrisy.
No, listen.
That's not hypocrisy.
Let me tell you why I feel that you are not showing, you have gone and enjoyed yourself.
I was a young person now.
Sunday. You even came on Sunday.
That means God is in our hearts.
God is inside my heart.
Transforming her small.
Then when you got there, you now pretended to be what you are not.
No.
She respected
Sister Mariah.
The institution.
Well, yesterday and this morning,
you were single Mariah.
Hey, baby Mariah.
Aya, please respond, Jared, because...
I was just going to say that. I mean, I think there's a protocol for places, and that's something that we don't respect often. Initially, when we used to say, oh, there's nothing wrong with it, come as you are, I won't come to your view wearing a bikini.
Exactly.
It's not because I'm a...
No, police will be waiting for you outside now.
because I understand that while a swimsuit would be appropriate beside a pool or inside a pool, if I walked on the road because I like the way the suit fits, me, they would drag me and think I'm not okay.
Right.
So it's not because I'm being a hypocrite. So it's saying because so when this came to life for me was I read an article once about the protocol for dressing when you're going to Buckingham Palace. And I thought to myself, if you're going before an earthly king or queen, and there's certain things, and it has to do with modesty, even as much as you can't wear, I don't know I don't know if they've changed that, but you couldn't wear anything that was sleeveless. You had to have, very modest. If you were going to receive an OBE or an award, you won't say, no, this is my style. I want to just show, I want to go and look for a husband. You will obey the protocol of the place. So why do we revere earthly or man-made structures, but we don't have that same honor and respect? We say that, let them take me as I am, but when we go to certain places, we are careful to choose our outfits.
The question I want to ask you, in these churches, is there a protocol? Have there been set rules, or have they made set rules? Because I have been to churches where I see...
Okay, went to church?
Oh, come on. I have been to churches where I see people dressed, and I'm like, whoa.
There's some churches.
Please, listen, and I'm like, whoa.
And some churches
do. And they have accepted them. Maybe, like you said, they want to accept and transform their souls. I don't know. I've been to churches where I see everybody just like Sister Morayo. With hearts.
Okay, which church did you go to, please? I'd like to know.
I've been to many churches. In fact, I was in a church on Sunday.
Really?
Actually.
Oh, wow, you worshipped in the church?
Oh,
which church? Which church? Which church?
Morayo.
Which church? Now, it's a question.
Don't be a hypocrite.
Which church?
Stupid question.
Okay, which church did you go? It's a question. Baptist, Redeemed, Winners?
I didn't go as a soul. Okay. I went as an independent.
Which church?
Oh, God.
I didn't go as soul. I went as an independent.
I know that there are some churches who, over time, have sent people back because of their dressing, and we condemned that those churches because we believe that. So these are not physical things like offices where you can come in. You have once you see the rules, they're spelled out. You don't meet up. Everybody sends you away. This is a place where the sick will come. The mentally ill will come. Yeah. The soul ill will come. Everybody is an arm robber will come because they are coming for something bigger than them. It's more spiritual than physical. So those churches that have those rules have tried to, okay, let's find a way to allow everybody come in and see how we can begin the transformation. Now, I like the point that you mentioned, Essie, saying that when you're going to like the Buckingham Palace or so, you dress too. But somebody who does not have a relationship with Christ and doesn't have a relationship with God doesn't know his awesomeness, and he doesn't see him yet as his king, so you will come anyhow. But when you get to that point where you now see God, you know how you dress when you go to church because you have a personal relationship. You're going to your father, you're going to your king. I know how I dress. Yes, I know how I dress when I get to church because I know who I'm coming to see. But not everybody is on that level even in the church. So let's give them, what I'm trying to advise is, let's give them that time to get to that. See, when it comes to this physical spiritual transformation, it's not what you can do by just saying.
Yes, absolutely.
How long do we do that so don't distract those?
That is why I said most of the churches that I know, I'm a church person very well, they are barricades. There are certain levels an ordinary person cannot pass because you have not gotten there.
So going back to the analogy, it's not because you actually respect or know the queen or king. It's because that's just the protocol of the place. So from the very, the guards won't even let you in. Or in fact, if you get an invitation, they will send you a set guide of rules. Truthfully, many people understand that they're going to church. You don't have to have a relationship with God to know that this is how people dress in this place. Because in the past, it's just that, you know how you try a little. If nobody raises an eyebrow, you try more. So if it was just an exception, maybe one or two people come in with everything, you say, okay, these ones, we know them, we just, welcome you. But if everybody, including the protocol officer,
it's just,
then it's not longer about...
I went to 2 weeks ago in Benin, Church of God Mission. I went to Benin with a trouser, planning to go to church, but I got invited to Church of God Mission because I know that Church of God Mission is an old church. I took a gown. I wore it was a casual gown because I knew that this is not my church where I can just wear trousers. So I wore the gown. So it's about understanding the rules of where you are per time.
Anything you're working on that you want us to know?
So sorry, before you ask her, just you see, when you go to church in trousers, some churches don't allow trousers.
Yeah, so you have rules.
When you know the protocol of a place, you follow it. You don't have any set rules.
I can't wear trousers because I see Daddy Jew.
Exactly.
All right.
You would even cover your hair.
Of course, absolutely. What are you working on? We have to rub out. Tell us anything.
Thank you so much. I had to say that I've had a fantastic I've had such a wonderful time. It's even nicer on set than it is. But yeah, I mean, I'm very big on communications, public speaking. So I'm going to be having an open evening. A number of people have asked, even if you don't want to go into speaking as a career, if you just want to be a better and more confident public speaker. So please follow me on social media. I'll be posting up this week as information on how to register.
Fantastic. We'll support you. We'll support you. That is all we can take on the show today. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.
Finish my point, Sean.
Mikey, which point are you making again?